Hello and welcome. We are so glad to have you here. If you're with us on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to get notifications when we have new videos. If you're with us on Zoom, drop a hi in the chat. We'd love to say hello back. And if you're with us in person, hello, everybody. If this is your first time here, go ahead and sign our guest book either in the lobby or at oakcliffuu.org/guest. Today's sermon is Gateway to Light with Water Shaman Lawrence Jordan. Sounds amazing. All right, let's get to it. Y'all remember when we used to have those first Tuesday social justice films? That was fun, right? So much fun and popular. People loved those films. Well, you know where I'm going with this. They are back. Yay! It will be quarterly, not monthly, but it will still be the amazing event that it always was. Our first film will be in September, with more planned for December, March, and June. So keep an eye on the e-blast for the title of September's film and details. They should be announced this week. All right, Workday Wednesdays are on hold for now, so go ahead and rest up and get ready. We'll resume on September 21st, which is just in time to start planning the haunted forest, huh? That'll be fun. Oh, I love the haunted forest, and I love thinking about the fact that it won't be summer forever. So, yay. So, we've always got a lot going on. To keep up with all of our updates, news, and goings-ons, check out the e-blast every week. It's a quick read, but it's got everything that you need to know about what's going on. This week's it had Jazz Jam. That's the second Sunday. So next Sunday, the 14th, from 2 to 4 in the sanctuary. Love Jazz Jam, right? It's got information about last week's INTUC board meeting and retreat. Yours truly was there. We did great. I always report on all the great stuff that we're doing. Next, it's got information about next week's UUCOC board meeting in there. And of course, widening the circle of concern updates. Thank y'all for always including those. All right, it is Sunday and we don't stop right after the service. We keep having fun. Join us for Talkback at 11:15 right after this. It's where we talk about the sermon and related topics, and you always get something out of it, whether you want to talk and contribute or just listen. You really do always get something out of it. And exciting, Sarah has been off for a couple of weeks, but she is back. So Adult Religious Exploration is back on at 11:30. If you're in person, that'll be in Charity. Check that out. And if you would like a link to it, just request it here in the chat. All right, there are no member anniversaries, so that means it is time to get this started. To all of you out there, I hope that you have a very happy Sunday. Bye.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Oak Cliff. It's so wonderful. Yeah. All right. Let's give ourselves a hand. All right. I like that. It's wonderful to see so many people here on another hot day in Dallas, Texas, and to have everyone joining us through Zoom as well. We know there are many other places you could be this morning, and we're so glad to have you here with us. Give us another hand. All right, yeah. Newcomers to Unitarian Universalism often ask what we're all about. We are a non-creedal church, which means that we don't have all the answers. Rather, we support one another's search for truth and meaning, drawing on many different traditions and sources, and we also learn from one another. And we welcome your input in our talk back after the service.
May the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, Spirit of love, compassion, and forgiveness. And now in Spanish. Que esta luz que ahora encendemos nos inspire a usar nuestros dones y poderes para sanar y no para herir, para ayudar y no para impedir, para bendecir y no para maldecir, para servirte a ti, espíritu de amor, compasión y perdón.
Come, all you who seek truth, by Dorothy Borish. Come, all you who seek truth, abide in love and honor peace. Enter into this house with thanksgiving. Come into these gates with praise. Enter into this sacred space, all you who hunger for righteousness. Through these doors, all footsteps lead to the source of our being, where we shall be filled. For as we come together, as we congregate for holy purposes, two essences are required. First, the assemblage of the faithful, the numberless, nameless throng of seekers. Second, the ineffable presence, the numinous, infinite God. We invoke both entities. We beckon to the worshipers to join the consecrated rites, and we summon the Spirit of love, the eternal God of all creation.
We are gathered in the Spirit, our bodies are apart, filled with joy and touched with wonder, separate hands but mingled hearts, giving thanks and singing praises for the love that calls us on from our many different places. We are gathered into one. We are gathered in our sorrow. We are gathered in our fear, in our pain and in our worry, in our anger and our tears, as we tend to one another with our gifts and with our care. Our community is strengthened through the faith and hope we share. We are gathered in commitment to a planet that is home. Works of justice, acts of kindness, bless the world and heal our souls. As our voices join together, may our song of peace resound. May we offer in abundance all the grace that we have found.
Because we love one another, we honor each individual's spiritual journey. We celebrate life's abundance in service to each other, our community, and the world. We connect with each other in love, respect, and acceptance. Thus do we covenant together.
Porque nos amamos uno al otro, honoremos el viaje espiritual de cada individuo, celebramos la abundancia de la vida en el servicio a entre sí, nuestra comunidad y el mundo. Ponemos en contacto a unos con otros en el amor, respeto y excepción, así que hacemos pacto.
You are not alone with your sorrow. In a community, the burden of a heavy heart is shared, and a burden shared is a burden lightened. At this time, we invite you to publicly post your sorrows on our Zoom chat or to send them to our Facebook Messenger. We also share our joys with one another. A joy shared is celebrated throughout our community.
So let me just say, I don't know about y'all, but I am really enjoying worship today. I don't know what it is, but so I was supposed to be at a training, and I'm glad I am here. This morning, I get to introduce a friend. He is Lawrence Jordan, and our first meeting was an encounter for me to experience learning some deeper things about myself. We were at his place of worship, White Rock Lake, because he does his work with water. And being at the lake, having an experience with the divine among the trees, was an opportunity for me to literally spread my wings. And it has brought me to this moment where I now get to be the one to bring Lawrence into my place of worship and share with you all someone who has found a way to invoke the divine and create experiences for people to grow and learn and become better people. Not worshipers of Lawrence, but better people, and better in their own personal walk with how they understand the divine. So please let us give a warm welcome to Lawrence Jordan, the water shaman, as he comes.
Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing? We're good? Want to shake some stuff off? Okay, shake it all off. I got about 30 minutes, and I'm a talker, so I'm going to condense this, and you're going to get a lesson out of this today. So, Scott, we're going to start directly with the slide. We're talking about the 8-8 gateway. It's called Lionsgate. Let me tell you what I am. I'm a light worker. And a light worker is someone who is here to help transmute the darkness into light. They often are people who have endured some hardships and or trauma in their lives and have come to understand that challenges are not meant to break them. Many people are light workers. They don't know it. But I'm sure many people here, before I'm finished with this 2-day energy I'm doing, you'll discover that you've always been a light worker. But today we're going to talk about Lionsgate. Who knows about Lionsgate? There you go. We got a couple. We got 3 or 4 people. Good. Lionsgate is a portal that opens every year on August 8th when the sun in Leo and the star Sirius, Orion's belt, and the Earth, they all line up. And they do this every year. During the Lionsgate portal, Sirius separates sufficiently from the sun to come into view. Have you guys been looking out in the last couple of days and seen this really bright planet, star? You guys look out at night? You guys got to come out of your house. This is not going to work. You got to come out of your house. So tonight, well, this is what we have homework. So tonight and tomorrow, I want you to go outside around 9 or 10. And you're going to see this light that's there. And you're going to focus on it. I'm going to give you the reason why you should focus on it. It's the brightest star in the night sky, and some ancients believe it infuses the earth with extra energy and light. Now, many people there are a lot of different holidays that are around this time, because we realize that during this time, first of all, it's August and it's Leo. So let's deal with that. The fact that we're in that fire passion area and it's August and it's Leo, that means that a lot of community things happen during this particular month. Now, with what's going to occur is as the gateway opens, it gives you more light. What are you going to do with that light? What are you going to do with that light? Let's work on ourselves with that light. One of the things that I don't normally, guys, come to any event with a preconceived notion of what I'm going to talk about. I just don't do that. It just flows through Spirit. Spirit told me to talk about forgiveness as it pertains to the lion's gate. The lion's heart, the heart of a lion. To forgive someone, you have to have the heart of a lion. It weighs you down. It weighs you down. How many people that you know of right now need forgiveness? Just raise your hand. Right? Forgiveness releases you from any contract of negativity, which brings down your spirit. It messes with your communication because you're holding a stone in your heart. Basically, you're holding a stone in your soul. That's where it is. And sometimes you need a little help to lift that stone. Well, help always comes from above. What's above is also below. So help always comes from above. So with the art, and I say it's an art of forgiveness because you have to keep working on it. Every day you have to keep working on your forgiveness. People ask me, well, how do you do that, Lawrence? How do you work every day on your forgiveness? First, identify it. Is it resentment? Is it anger? Many people are not forgiving people because they resent them. Now, a resentment is a form of a patterning of anger. That means the person may even be not even living, and you're still holding that resentment for them. Now, I'm sure everyone knows here that that type of anger breeds a lot of heart disease, high blood pressure, keeping that weight on your soul every morning that you wake up. It's not an easy path, but to forgive someone, you have to have the heart of a lion. You have to go inside of yourself and find that peace within you. Find whatever you're made of. Whatever that's driving you to forgive, you find that. And you hold on to that. Now, there are different ways to do it. We're going to work on today and tomorrow a way universally to do it, to tap into more energy, more understanding. When you don't forgive someone, you're basically beating you. And I'm sure everyone here seems to know that. You're basically beating yourself. But one thing that I'd like to introduce is that you might be creating a generational curse in your DNA. Just like you can carry high blood pressure and you can carry different color eyes in your DNA, you can also carry resentment in your DNA. You can also carry that. And when that resentment builds, it becomes what we like to say, because it's more clarity, a generational curse, meaning your mother and your father, they all kind of had that, don't cross them, they'll resent you. They all had that. And that's a generational. It's also cultural, but it's also a generational curse. Until there are people like light workers, like us, who break it. The first thing that when a light worker works with his own family, or anyone that's working with their own family and just adding light, is teach people how to forgive. Don't just tell them to forgive. Teach them how to forgive. Respect the human evolution. No one is stupid or dumb. Everyone can understand the basics of love on the planet. The programming allows for that to be difficult, but there are people like us who are going to say, okay, how do you forgive without speaking? Take a walk in the park. You have to be with yourself. You have to know why you're forgiving someone. Every day you have to wake up and say, I'm forgiving people that I don't even know anymore. They're not even, I can never even reach out to them. But I have to forgive them. Forgiveness breathes a sense of light that comes upon the soul. It's like a form of bliss and peace, comfortable in your soul. Life is hard. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Everything that you do, every obstacle that you climb, and you never stop learning until they put you in the box or in the urn. And newsflash, you probably still move on and learn after that too. But this particular human experience for today's sermon is that it ends when you die. So live your life through forgiveness. I was here to talk about Lionsgate Gateway, and I am still going to talk about it, but my main message today and for this whole month is how to forgive. I will be here for the entire month and take a journey with me. You know, a lot of times you have to forgive in nature. You can't forgive someone in the same environment that triggers you. You have to release it to nature because it's an unnatural thing to hold a resentment in the heart to a person. It's not a natural way we should live our lives. So I've learned to come out in the nature. I've learned that the system of God in nature is stronger than my resentment for anyone. I can't push back nature. It loves everything and everyone. And that's what we need to tap into. Now, I'm going to say something else about generational anger and how that affects your children and your grandchildren. Because everybody's responsible for the level of light that they have on this planet. That's why we're coming together in this organization, this church, is because we're building the light. Well, this is a family. And as well as we do this every Sunday, we should be able to take the same energy and apply it to our family, our daily lives. Forgiveness. 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 So I'm going to end this session, this sermon. But one thing I do want to say before I leave, I'm going to ask Spirit to deliver a message. There's a person in here right now that needs to forgive themselves on a great scale, that has carried a stone in their heart for a very long time. And it's making them sick. They go from doctor to doctor to doctor. They don't understand why they can't get well. They can't get well because the first thing in the morning, within the very first minute or two, they wake up with a resentment for someone or some situation. And they can't get well because of it. So whoever that is, just know you're in the right place and you're at the right time. Meet me tomorrow by the labyrinth. And let's see if we can pull up some of that resentment and anger and discord and allow the planet and the universe to send in light for healing. Healing of the heart, the lion's heart, gateway. Thank you.
was and is and evermore shall be.
We, the Unitarian Universalist Church of Oak Cliff, commit ourselves to the study and dismantling of racism and oppression within our congregation. We commit ourselves to the work of anti-racism and anti-oppression. We commit ourselves to listening, to learning, and to action. When we fail, we commit ourselves to trying again and again. We covenant to begin this work and to continue until all of us can truly say that we are a beloved community of justice, equity, and compassion. And now, Miss Johnny will come.
I want to say thank you for the message. I think it kind of ties in with what we're going to do today. And you may take your seat. For our widen in a moment, and in forgiveness, I think it kind of starts with envisioning what life would look like without carrying that burden and not forgiving. And speaking of envisioning, with great movements in social change, it all starts with a dream, a vision of what could be. Remember Dr. King's speech, I have a dream. It is quoted often. Sections of it people still utilize in molding and shaping their future actions. Today, for our widening the circle of concern moment, we will be doing an activity to engage your dreaming of what could be. You will be given a short verbal and also a visual prompt with a few minutes of quiet time to think and reflect and then respond to that prompt. Your response may be in words, drawings, or any other medium you so choose to express your thoughts. Writing and drawing implements and paper will be passed out to you at this time, which you can write your thoughts on, and on your response, you may put your name or you may remain anonymous. Those of you on Zoom, you may email your responses to wcoc@oakcliffuu.org. Now for the prompt. What does a beloved community look like to you? Please, with the instruments that will be passed out to you, you can draw, as I stated, or write your response. We'll have a few minutes to where you can think about it, and then we will collect your responses afterwards. Wow, everyone seems so very, very busy. But you know, we only have 5 minutes for widening the circle moment. So with that being said, my timer's gone off, and so I need to stop you. However, if you want to continue to write during and drop it in the basket during offering, you may do so then. Or you may drop your responses in the basket that will be at the back of the room. And if that's still not enough time for you, then you can just bring it back next Sunday, okay? Yeah. Once we receive your responses, we are going to post them on the carpeted wall and so that those and also again, those in the viewing audience, you may email your responses to wcoc@oakcliffuu. As I stated, your responses will be posted on the wall here in the sanctuary for our collective viewing so that it can be shared with others what your vision is, what it means to be a beloved community. And so it's going to be up for probably the next few weeks. I encourage all before and after service to view our fellow congregants' responses to that prompt. Thank you.
Let there be an offering to sustain and strengthen this place which is sacred to so many. You can also go to oakcliffuu.org/donate to make an offering or to contribute towards your pledge.
In Our Hungering for Meaning by Bruce Southworth. In our hungering for meaning, in our aching for friendship, in our yearning for justice, in our hearts remembering finer days, may we look deep within the mystery of things and gather our strength. May each of us proclaim, as one of God's spies, the graceful power of life, of love, and so we may live in hope. Amen.
extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Extinguimos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, el calor de comunidad o el fuego de nuestro compromiso. Estos los llevaremos en el corazón hasta que estemos juntos otra vez.
I am so excited to be here. Yes, you can say that again. Amen. Yes. And I want to say to you all that the way that we begin to create the place that we want, both in our lives as individuals and in this environment, is we have to open our hearts. You open your hearts by releasing the things that have kept you bound, by releasing those resentments, by releasing those painful places, by releasing others from the contract that you have with them that they may not even know about, by forgiving actively. And I appreciate the exercise for us to live into that in this moment, to continue the idea of dreaming about the place that we want and putting it into words. I believe a beloved and community includes everyone here and those that have yet to come. Amen? Now stand. Y'all gonna get some exercise today. And find someone that you have not had an opportunity to speak to or that you don't know, and greet them as we leave. Amen.